This is a follow-up video on the Finnish Mosin Nagant M39 that I did the unboxing video on a couple of weeks ago. And I wanted to point out why I decided to keep the rifle, even though I decided at the time I received it that it wasn't really a hand-pick gun that I paid the extra 20 bucks for to get because of the cracks that turned out to be on it. The condition of the stock is fair, and I'm willing to keep it. There's no significant cracks in it. The handguard was the worst part, and I decided to go ahead and replace the handguard. This is the original handguard here. You can see several cracks along it here. A major split was in the rear here, which when I took it off, it was like splintered is the best way I can describe it. There were also splits along the side of it here too. And rather than send it back, take my chances of getting another one, there were also splits here that would be just as bad or worse. I decided to keep it, particularly when I found the markings on the rifle and where the receiver was originally made. So I ordered a new handguard for it. I got it put on. Luckily I received a fairly dark one. It was easy to get close to the original finish, and I'm going to continue to work on that. But I will keep the original handguard, of course, with it. This is just for shooting, so it won't come apart on me. So I'll grab it and we'll take a closer look at what interested me so much to keep it. When I did take it apart, there was no date under the tang as there normally is. However, if it'll focus up for us, and if I can get in close enough, you can see there's an E with an arrow, and it's overstamped. The arrow points to the left. It's overstamped on another little proof mark, which indicates, without the date also, that it's a New England Westinghouse receiver. That would put the date of it about early 1915 to early 1917 when these were made. Now, it's a mixed match of parts, but that's the first one we can start tracing, is its birth date. And also, the only other date, of course, is on the barrel, which is 1942, if you can read that. This is a VKT barrel, but it has the Seiko or Sako, if you prefer, on the cocking knob. And virtually every other manufacturer is vect, even Sestrovic, if I pronounce that right. The arrow that they used is on the bolt. I'll pull it out real quickly here. And see if I can locate that for you. It's right on the bolt knob there. See if that'll focus up. But they use just an arrow, not the bow and arrow of Ishvekt. So that intrigued me with all the different parts that were on it, which is normal for a Finn rifle. But from there, we know that it somehow ended up from Russia and ended up going, or rather from the United States to Russia, and then ended up somehow making it to Finland before 1942. If it was converted to a 9130, I don't know. Before it became the Finnish rifle, hard to say. Then it was later, at some point, restocked. Now the reason I know that is this is a very late post-war stock. You can tell that by the splices. The 4-inch splice there is the large squares. And also, I can even pinpoint the date a little further with these reinforcements. Those are plywood reinforcements that run up through the butt. They can only be seen on the bottom, and if you take the butt plate off, they can be seen on the back. And those were not installed until about 1954. So, after that time period in 1954, I would suspect it became a training rifle. And the reason that is the bluing wear on the barrel. The reason that bluing wear is there would be because of this. This is a blank firing adapter, and that bluing wear matches up exactly with where the blank firing adapter would ride. Now, this is a fairly heavy, large piece of equipment put on the end to protect from muzzle blast. These can be bought various outlets and styles. I think I paid $10 for this one. So, what an interesting history this happens to have. The bore has some shine to it, a little bit of frost, not bad. The crown has some wear on it. However, we're going to give it a try and see how it shoots. Here's the other side of it a little bit. It cleaned up fairly nicely. Has a really nice grain in it. So, all in all, I'm a little more satisfied with it than when I first received it. So anyway, just wanted to pass that along to you and let you know what my final thoughts on the rifle were and why I decided to keep it. Thanks for watching.